Number 22. Y is greater than 13x minus 18. For which of the following tables are all the values of x and their corresponding values of y solutions to the given inequality? I want to apologize right off for my voice. I have a cold, but you know, you gotta feed the beast. You gotta post videos. So here we go. Okay, there's a couple different ways we can solve this. We can do this by graphing. We can do this just using, and we can do this with graphing using a graphing calculator. We could try to manually graph it. I do not recommend that, especially not on a timed test like the SAT. We also can do this with just straight math, which you can use with or without a calculator, but you don't have to graph it if you don't want to. So here's the graphing method first. When we plug this in, when we put y is greater than 13x minus 18, we're going to get a graph, and I am not drawing this to scale because it's going to be huge, that you're going to have a y-intercept that's going to be down here at 0, negative 18, and we know that from that negative 18. When you're graphing a inequality, if you're doing this by hand, it's just FYI, and so you know that you've that you've typed this correctly into your graphing calculator, you know what you should be seeing. You graph it just like a line to start with. So just like a line where it's y equals mx plus b, this b is your y-intercept, that m is your slope, the rise over run. So I'm sketching this out, I'm doing that same thing. I got my y-intercept there at negative 18, my slope is a positive 13, so rise over run, it's going to go up 13 towards the positive y, and then it's going to go to the right 1. So say this is negative 18, then going up 1 over 13 would be like there somewhere. And a normal line would just go, you know, straight through them. This is an inequality though, and it's greater than. It is not greater than or equal to. The things that are on a line connecting those 2 points would be the equal to part, but it's not. It's just greater than. So what you do, if you're manually graphing this, and if you are graphing it on a computer, this is what you'll see. You'll see a dashed line. It's going to be a little, I drew, that slope is a little shallow. It's probably more steep, almost vertical, but just for the purpose of our quick sketch here. Again, I'm sick. I'm pleading that. Okay, so you're going to get this line. It's going to be going up to the right, very steep. It's going to be dashed. There's also going to be some shading on this graph. The shading tells every possible color ordered pair that will fit into this equation of y is greater than 13x minus 18. If you are doing this manually and the point 0, 0 is not on the line that you've started with, the way you figure out where to shade is you plug 0, 0, again assuming it's not on the line, into your original equation, and you'll get 0 is greater than 13 times 0 is 0 minus 18. 0 is greater than negative 18. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Then you shade where it's true. If 0, 0 makes true, you shade where 0, 0 is. If 0, 0 is false, you shade where it isn't. So when you put all this into your graphing calculator, you're going to get something that looks somewhat like this. Then what you would do is you would look at these possible options and you would see which of them has an ordered pair or 3 sets of ordered pairs that are all in that shaded area. Honestly, I think that's a little time consuming. It's made slightly faster by the fact that all of them have the same x's, 3, 5, and 8. And it's that quality that they're all 3, 5, and 8 that I honestly think just doing it with the help of your calculator is fine, but just doing it math-wise instead of graphing-wise is a little faster. Because here you'd have to look for, for 3. You'd find your 3 and you say, okay, at 21, is it in here? Is it down here? Where is it at? All right, at 5, 47. Is it there? Where's it at? 8, 86. Is it there? Where's it at? And you'd have to go through each one of these until you find the right answer. And that could be D. We don't know yet. So that could be a lot of searching on the graph. Now, what do I mean when I say do it just mathematically? what you would do, since again, all of these use the same 3, 5, and 8. You'd plug 3, 5, and 8 into this side and see what you get. So 13 times 3 minus 18, 13 times 5 minus 18, and 13 times 8 minus 18. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to move this over. There we go. There we go. So 13 times 3 minus 18, and if you want to do that on your calculator, that's fine. That's 39 minus 18, or 21. 13 times 5 minus 18 is 65, minus 18, which is going to be 47. And 13 times 8 is 104. And 104 minus 18 is 86. So those are our 3 numbers, what y would be if it was y equals. But we want where y is greater than that. So now I just need to look over on this side and see which of them has 3 numbers where each one is greater than these 3 that I've found. So here, 21, 47, 86, they all match. No, I don't want where they match. I want where it's equal. A is out. 26, 42, and 86. 26 is greater. 86 is the same. 42 is less than. Nope, that one's out. C, 16, 42, 41. No, that's less, less, and less. That's out. D better be our right answer. 26 is greater. Yes. 52 is greater. Yes. 91 is greater. Yes. And just to make sure we're on the same page, when I say is greater, I'm saying 26 is greater than 21, 52 is greater than 47, and 91 is greater than 86, because that's what corresponds to when I plugged in 3, 5, and 8. 3, 5, and 8. So D is my answer. If you're really good at finding all of those points over here, then, that may be the faster method for you. It really does come down to the things I always tell students are what makes the most sense to you, and then, what you can do right, what you can do correctly, where you can get the right answer, and then what's the fastest. So if this was the only way you felt comfortable that you would get the right answer, by all means, do it this way. If you're like, oh, I can do it both ways, but I think this way is faster, then do it that way. If you can do it both ways and you think this way is faster, do it that way. It's a personal call. That's why I try to present different ways, if there are different ways, to do a problem so that you can decide what makes the most sense to you, what's going to get you the right answer, and what's the fastest. But there we go. D is our answer because all 3 of those values of x, if you plug them into this equation, or if you look on this graph, in the equation, you're going to get these 3 values are all greater than. They all make this a true statement. If I put those in for the y, it makes a true statement. And if I were to look for all 3 of these ordered pairs, they would all be in this shaded area over here. I'd be able to find all those pairs. So that also means they are solutions. It is a true statement. D is our answer. Hey guys, this video was helpful or useful in any way. Please feel free to let the algorithm know about it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, even buy me a coffee if you're so inclined. Links for that down below as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.